Quincy Ministers Fellowship includes over 40 clergy members from 25 churches and parachurch groups from over 15 different denominations. They were organized in 1989, and the Ministers Fellowship is an interdenominational group whose purpose is to present to our community a united heart while standing on foundational biblical truths. We seek to apply Bible truths to social issues as we work together to fulfill the Great Commission. And the organization helps to provide a forum for mutual spiritual enrichment and fellowship for its members. So you know who we are, who are standing here. As Bruce has already pointed out, this is a portion of the group. Like many other folks, they are away on mission trips and on vacations and doing other things and meetings outside of town. Paul Lund, who is with the Salvation Army, serves as the president of the group. He is out of town and cannot be here. Scott Mickelson, who is the pastor at Hope Lutheran Church, is our vice president. Scott is also out of town. I'm a former president of the group, so I've been asked kind of to facilitate what's going on here today. Our purpose in us meeting is just to share once again with the public that this particular ordinance is coming before our city council for a third reading. And we have enumerated on more than one occasion with the city council and with citizens across the city why this measure is not good for our city. It is not good because it does expand gambling. We do not have a measure such as this now, and to enact this measure is an expansion of gambling in our city. Secondly, it is not good because it diminishes the quality of life in our city. No one will deny from any pure study, independent study, that gambling enhances the quality of life, and you're going to hear some of that today. Thirdly, there are innocent victims who will suffer the consequences of what's going on. There will be some children who will need help because a mom or a dad, unfortunately, will misuse their resources and they will suffer from it. We know that to be true. It's historically true. And right now, our churches and social agencies are stretched to the breaking point. We do not need a piece of legislation enacted in our city that is going to further that problem. And it is wrong from an economic point of view. It is wrong because there's no way the city can gain money if it's going to cost them money. Every study that has ever been done that is independent states that for every dollar our city would receive, it will cost our city $3. And one of the professors who have worked a great deal on this is one of our own professors at the University of Illinois who has stated so. And in the press releases we've given to you, you see those statements, you see where those facts are found. But another thing that is greatly troubling to us is most of our citizens of our city did not know a single thing about this ordinance until a week ago today. You're being asked to, as a city, to embrace something that you know nothing about. Allow our citizens to have the opportunity to say what they believe. When I came here a little over an hour ago, I happened to check the Harold Wig poll on their website. Now, we all know that's not a scientific poll, but folks who really care about this issue are chiming in saying what they want. A majority of those who have voted on that poll says, we do not want this in our city. So we would urge our city council to back off, to consider the facts, give the public an opportunity to be informed, and then allow the public to share with them what they would like for them to do, and at that point, vote on the measure. That is the only right thing to do. That is good government. This is a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So let the people express their opinions. And that would be the responsible thing for our city council to do. With this, I'm going to let some others just share briefly what they have to say when we're finished. And we know it's hot, guys. We don't want to be out here any more than you do. What we'll do is give you a moment or two to ask some questions. We'll do our best to answer that, and we'll be finished. But I promise you, you're not going to get the bake this afternoon, okay?
Thank you, Tom. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Reverend Rod Baker. He's the pastor of the Faith Presbyterian Church. Pastor Baker.
I've been the pastor of Faith Presbyterian Church for 18 years, and I'm very glad to stand here and speak against the ordinance that is coming before us, because I do believe very strongly that it's bad for the city. It's bad economics, it's bad for the families, and I think that the overall effect of this will add to the already negative effect of gambling in our community and will lower the quality of life in Quincy. I came here 18 years ago, And about 12 years ago, I went back to Kansas City, where I had ministered for 10 years. And I noticed when I met friends at our favorite Mexican restaurant that as I drove down Norfolk Traffic Way, which is similar to our Broadway, that the convenience store that I used to go to was now a pawn shop. And the O'Reilly's Auto Parts store that I used to go to was now a pawn shop. And actually, there were a lot of pawn shops. So I asked my friends, what happened? And they said, gambling. Gambling came to Kansas City, and within a very short time, the community changed. The street I lived on was a middle-class neighborhood that was owner-occupied houses. I talked to a friend just 2 weeks ago. She said almost every house on my street is now a rental. The standard of living has dropped considerably in Kansas City. Well, you may say, that's Kansas City, what do we care? I've been here for 18 years. 11 years ago, they put a casino across the river, the Mark Twain Casino. And we thought, it's far enough away, it won't affect us, but it has. Very shortly after the casino opened up, the financial secretary at our church began embezzling money from our congregation. She embezzled a very large amount of money. That money went to the casino. Money that was given to go to local charities like Salvation Army, money that was intended to go to the medical clinic that we are building in Costa Rica, it went to the casino, and it is lost, and it has not come back. It has been devastating for that family. It was difficult for our church. The negative effect on our congregation has been significant. And the charities that we would have supported, they've gone without, taking food out of the mouths of children. I think this is a bad idea. We already have gambling in Quincy. This will simply make it worse. Thank you.